So this is like my third time trying to do this video, and my phone keeps saying there's not enough storage. And so I've already started the makeup look and the video stopped. So let me just tell you again, but this will be your first time hearing it, what I'm doing today. I'm doing a spring makeup look plus a spring outfit. I was gifted this sweater from Betty Be Good Boutique, which is a local boutique, and it just screams spring. So I'm putting together a makeup look to go with that. It's gonna be really fun. Let me just tell you what I've done up to this point, since you can tell I've got some makeup on my face. So I first moisturized my face with this product. It's actually a night cream by Skin Iceland. I won one of their giveaways, and this night cream is really like a thinner consistency, so it totally works for applying it underneath makeup during the day. So I applied that first. So the next thing I did, I didn't do a primer today. I do like primers, but today I'm just doing a little bit quicker look. I used the Dewy and Smooth foundation by Maybelline. I kind of want my face to look more glowy today, so I used that. Then I went in with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer under my eyes, which I'm actually gonna apply a little bit more. And then I also applied it to the blemishes on my face, but I'm looking right here and it needs a little bit more help, so. Okie dokes. At this point, I'm gonna go in with my powder. I'm using the Rimmel Stay Matte Translucent Powder. And I'm just gonna kind of set under my eyes, on top of my eyelids, so my face is kind of ready for everything else that I'm gonna do. Maybe around my nose too a little bit. I'm gonna do some contour. So I'm just gonna use an angled brush and my Wet n Wild contouring palette. This is in the, oh, the lid broke. It's in the darker shade. This is in Caramel Toffee. I've used the lighter shade as well, the Dolce de Leche, which, by the way, I really like this contour palette, but the lighter shade is probably my ideal color. But I had this from my days of doing makeup for weddings and events. I'm kind of looking at it around my nose, needs a little blending. Blend, 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 blend. I have the biggest pores on my nose, so every little thing shows. Okay, back to the contour. I'm just gonna put this on here, a little bit forehead. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm like ready for spring. We had snow at the end of February. I was like, what is this? Like, it's rare that we get snow in Washington, and then, well, where I'm at in Washington. And then the fact that we got snow at the end of February, I was like, no, this ain't cool. This ain't cool. I'm just not a huge fan of snow. By the way, what I'm doing right now is I'm applying a little bit of contour powder right here underneath my jawline. Also gonna do a little bit of contour on my nose. I'm using this little contour brush by e.l.f. and very light-handedly, let me turn my mirror a little bit so you guys can see better. I'm gonna be applying it from my eyebrows down my nose. For contouring on your nose, this has only been recently where I figured out something that has worked for me. You really want to apply it kind of right next to that hard part of your nose. If you do it any lower, it's not going to give you that contoured look that you're going for. Okay, then I'm also going to do a little bit right here because my nostrils are kind of big, people. It's okay because it's kind of like a family thing. Like, my grandpa had a really big nose, and it's kind of cool. I love my grandpa. He was such a special person. So I got to think of it that way, in the positive sense. I'm carrying on the family heritage of the big nose. That's the way to look at it. Okay, so I've done that. Oh, I didn't even tell you guys how I was blending it. So this is crazy. I feel like I'm the weird makeup girl. The fact that I don't get my beauty blender. This is not a beauty blender. This is the NYX beauty blender, so way cheaper, and it works fine. I don't get mine wet for blending. Isn't that weird? It works better for me dry. It's weird. So basically, I just put that contour on. You saw what I was doing, and then I go in and I just tap it to blend it. So it's a very light. And now I'm just gonna go in with that same concealer, and I'm just gonna draw a little line down the middle. very lightly. I don't need a ton of product because you know how concealer is. If you put too much of it on, it builds up and it looks too heavy, too thick, so I don't need much. And I'm just gonna carefully, gently blend that down the middle. What do you think? Notice a difference? I notice a difference. Just gives me some definition there. Okay, so for blush, actually, hold that, not blush. Let's do bronzer. I'm gonna put bronzer on my cheeks now. I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Bikini Contest bronzer, and I'm just gonna go basically on top of where I put that contour, but with a bigger brush. I'm using, this is probably Wet n Wild's powder brush, I'm assuming. I don't know exactly what it's called. I'm just blending it with my dry beauty blender. I'm probably breaking all the rules now. But you know what, with makeup, you do what works for you, even if it sounds crazy. Well, within reason. Like, if you end up looking like a clown, then maybe we don't want to do whatever we want with makeup because that ain't a good look. Okay, so moving on to my brows. I have been just using, for a long time now, the Sonia Kashuk Ion Neutral Matte Palette to color in my brows. And I'm just using this shade, you can tell which one I've used, this neutral kind of brown color. Now when I come to this front top area, you can see I've done like pretty dark underneath, but when I come to the front top area, I'm gonna try to use a very light hand on that. And I kind of go, because I don't have much hair here, part of what I do is kind of in an up and down motion to lightly fill that in. Okay, so now I'm just taking a dark brown, this is actually an eyebrow pencil, and I'm just kind of gently, oh, that was not gently, people. Blend that all nicely. Eyebrow hairs kind of pointing up. Blush, I'm using this old blush that I've had forever. It's by Everyday Minerals. Everyday Minerals. It's their cheek, it's their cheek color. Why did I say that it's blush? Okay, goodness gracious. It's their blush that is probably discontinued. I think when I checked to see if they had this color still, it was out of stock. So they don't have it anymore. But I like this color because it's got a hint of shimmer to it. And it's really pretty. I've got that on. I didn't need to put a lot on because, like I said, it's pretty pigmented. Okay, so now for eyeshadow color, it's going to be very simple. I'm gonna start with my bronzer that I use by Wet n Wild. Did you know that bronzer actually is a great transition color? What I mean by transition color is just that starting shade that is going to be up above your crease line. Now I'm gonna go in with a darker shade of eyeshadow. This is, I've had these for a long time, but they still sell them and they're amazing. It's the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow. This is in Bronze Taupe. Now the only drawback I would say about this eyeshadow is it tends to fall apart easily, which is kind of a bummer. I'm gonna go in with a bigger kind of blending brush. And so I'm just applying this again to my outer V, kind of right underneath that transition shade as well. And I'm gonna pull it in actually a little bit, just very lightly in the crease area, but I wanna leave this part of my eyelid blank for the really bright, beautiful color. Okay, the next color I'm gonna use is by L'Oreal too, and it's an Infallible eyeshadow. This is Ice Latte. Again, this is so pretty. This is probably like my ideal. Like if I only have one eyeshadow, it would be this color. If you can see it, it's broken up too. It's fallen apart. And I'm just gonna apply that right here. And it just doesn't take much work to get the really pretty color. I'm gonna go in with this other end that I used for this darker shade for the outer V, and I'm just gonna blend those two colors together. Underneath my eyes, I'm gonna take a little bit of that really dark shade and just very lightly apply it, just to give myself a little bit of extra definition, because this look is not gonna be with any eyeliner. And I'm just only applying it halfway in, very lightly. I'm using It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara, and I got this from Ulta for my birthday. You know, they give you like a free sample for your birthday. I'm not a huge fan of like the clumpy spidery look. I want my lashes to look flowy and more light, but I do want them to look long. So I figured out the technique is just to apply this very lightly, and it does a great job at making them look long, I think. Okay, so there we have it. The next thing I'm gonna do is go in with highlight. That's what is so fun, creates that glowy look. And look at this, another palette that's been broken, sad. But this is the Mary Lou Manizer highlight, looks like this. And I'm gonna apply it to the bridge of my nose and at the tip, my Cupid's bow area. And of course the top of my cheekbones. And I'm kind of like tapping it on. And then I probably should have done this first, but I'm gonna go in with that Ice Latte color, or you could use your highlight, either one, and highlight my brow bone area to just give a little extra pop. Okay, last but not least, I can't make up my mind about what lip color I'm gonna wear, but I think I'm gonna wear this. This is by Maybelline, one of my absolute favorite colors that I just always go to this color because it's so easy to apply, so pretty. And this is their Subtly You. It doesn't say which like line it is, but it's like their glossy lip color. And it goes with this glowy look that we're doing. So my makeup is done. What do y'all think? Hopefully it's something you can easily recreate at home with what you have, or you can go out and get these products. Now I'm gonna show you this cute sweater and I'm gonna put together the whole look, so stay tuned. So I have to show you guys this outfit. The star of the show is the sweater. I got it from Betty Be Good Boutique, which there are 2 locations in Bellingham and in Birch Bay if you live in the Pacific Northwest Washington, area. But also the really cool thing is they have an online shop. So Suzanne, the owner, was so kind enough to send this sweater over to me. It's called the bow back sweater. Ready for it? Ta-da! Can you see it? It's got bows in the back. And it's kind of fun with this teal long sleeve top underneath because it pokes out through the back. And I just paired it with these boots and my distressed denim. And I'm just doing kind of like a little bit of a front tuck with it. And Cole's over here trying to get in on the fashion. And I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna take some photos with it.